right, good evening, and we're just gonna get down to it. On my way back home from seeing my brother, things are not working out like we planned at all. But everything's okay though. But it's just like, I want to basically talk today about. I notice you have a lot of people, they're mad and upset and they act like they cannot stand their exes anymore. But sometimes I be thinking about, sometimes we are the problem. We always want to point the finger and blame somebody else for what's going on, but we the problem. And I'm going to give you an instance. There was this man that met, and it's always a beautiful woman involved. There was this man, he had met this woman, beautiful woman, he'd say. And he wanted that woman. But his boys kept telling him, nah, man, you don't want that woman. Nah, just leave her alone. He pushed out everything they had to say. Married the woman anyway. And now you can't talk to him about marrying again, because that marriage ended. And a lot of people I listen to, I listen to what they have to say, and I have to say to myself, let's back up a minute. Let's back up and see what happened. I watch couples, they look so happy getting married. Then years later, okay, they can't stand each other. First you love them, now you hate them. Okay, so what brought you to that point? A lot of times, we do it to ourselves. I think about how and I believe I said this before. There was this woman that wanted to marry for years. I don't know how many years, but wanted to get married. So decided she met this man. Oh, she believed God was doing it. Now married and miserable. I'm like, but overlooking all the stuff that, I really think that people, like I've been saying, people need to just settle down. Marriage is for the rest of your life. Yeah, yes, God can put people together. But another thing, I was surprised even for a man to say this. This woman said, Nina, men are dumb. Men are stupid. And then she said, look at what happened in the Bible. But that man listened to that woman instead of listening to God. Then a man told me, sometimes we men, we're kind of stupid. We a little dumb sometimes. Because, you looking at this beautiful woman. Okay, if she's so beautiful, and they're not looking at this. She's so beautiful, why she single? It's like this one woman, she said, she was looking at this woman that was beautiful. She looked really nice, really shapely. But she was saying to herself, I'm overweight. And I'm married. I got married. So why she's single and beautiful? But I'm not knocking a beautiful woman. Just like, we was watching this TV program about this man, and he was talking about how he had met his wife. He was on his way to go. He went to a jewelry store to get a battery for his watch. But the lady, which was a beautiful Christian lady, sold him a watch. So he married her because he's like, wow, what a beautiful woman. But everybody was saying, no, you don't want to marry her because they didn't even give the woman a chance. But some beautiful women are beautiful on the inside also. I'm not saying get you a sea hag, and a sea hag is beautiful on the inside, just haggish looking on the outside. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is sometimes people are their own problem. They're the problem why their marriages are not working out. They're the problem. But they don't see that. Everybody think they wonderful. Everybody think they're worth marrying. If the truth be told, if God wouldn't have took 5 years to teach me how to be a wife, I wouldn't be worth marrying, because I'll be just like everybody else. I'll be arguing with you. I'll be fussing with you. You know, ain't no telling. No telling how I would do, how I would be acting with you if God didn't teach me. And it's like I believe people need counseling, because people gotta, I don't know what they thinking marriage is about, but like the women, they want a man to take over their mortgages. I'm like, what in the world? What happened to what the Bible said about a man? You get you a house, you plant your garden, then you get you a wife. But that's why, like I said, that's why a lot of men be messing up, because they be moving in the woman's house. Woman, you could take your house, you can move into the man's house, and you could rent your house out. But they don't want to see that, because they want control. And you have a lot of women, they want to control a man. And like they said, they can see a man, they can see a, I'm not trying to say they see a fool a mile away. I'm not trying to say that. It's just like I said, you know, that this woman told this man, I'm going to get me a husband, then I'm going to get me a boyfriend. Then she asked that same man to marry her. It's like, excuse me, homeboy, you ain't thinking. You know, you like that way that woman look. I still think there ain't nothing better looking than a tall, dark-skinned man, 200 pound plus. I'll still say it. I mean, you do want to be attracted to the person that you're with. You want to spend the rest of your life with? Why not spend the rest of your life with someone that you are attracted to? But don't let that outward appearance be your main objective and reason why you get married. And don't let the reasons you want to get married be solid. You can't go by looks. You can't go by, well, I just want someone to help me pay my bills. You got so much of that going on, I just don't know what to say. But sometimes we are at fault. Sometimes it's just best just to let money go, instead of marrying somebody that you're not 100% sure of. But at the same time, you have people that'll meet somebody in a short length of time and marry, and their relationships are just beautiful. You know, marriage right now has a bad rap. And it's not because marriage cannot be as beautiful as God taught me. Marriage can be a beautiful thing if you hook up with the right person. Well, how do you know you got the right person? You got to pray. You have to pray. You have to pray. Because so many people have so many hidden agendas. You know, like I used to tell my son, if a woman chasing you, and that's another thing. I've seen women on a scale 1 to 10, they are 13. Now look at myself. I don't think I'm all that. Don't think I'm all that at all. And I be saying to myself, why are they single and I'm married? I be trying to figure that thing out myself. Sometimes it's not about how a person look. But most every time I've heard of a man complaining about his wife or his ex, it's always been they saw that beautiful woman and had to have her. I'll give you another instance. This man saw this woman and her family members told him, you don't want her. He said, oh, yes, I do. Another man saw a beautiful woman. Ooh, I want to talk to her. They said, you don't want my sister. He said, oh, yes, I do. So come on now. So infatuated. So infatuated with a shell. There's a person that has a soul, and that soul of that person makes up that person. The way they think, how they act, what they'll do. They are just housed in a body. Just housed in a body. I tell a lot of people, I be looking at some men, like I said last time. I be looking at some men, they look real good, but I be saying to myself, I wonder what's up in that house. I be watching men and I be saying to myself, you look so strong. You under control at the job. You in charge. You the man. But then I be thinking to myself, when he get home, what happens? But people, if you really want to, if anybody gonna have that marriage that God showed me, and I tell you, it's a beautiful thing. But people are not marrying now like they were marrying back in the Bible days. They're not marrying like that now. People are wondering, what am I gonna get out of it? This is what I want them to do for me. But you don't even think about what okay, you want them person to do all this stuff for you. What you offering? What you offering? Outside a headache and a half. What you offering? Because most men, I hate to say most I know, but a lot of, women are going through too. It ain't just, but it's like I tell them, anybody, you better pray, you better seek God. If you're not ready to be married right now, postpone it. Get you some counseling. After the counseling, you don't feel that this is for you. You don't need to do it. But like I said, people may not be trying to get married, but they gonna have them some sex. They ain't gonna give that up now. Come on, they ain't gonna give that up. It's like they saying, and I would have truly admit it myself, it's like when God made sex, he broke the mold. The world going crazy over it. You gotta have it. If you gotta have it that bad, because it's just like I said, it's easy to get a lover. Easy. This girl and this guy, they together. She get pregnant. Oh, speaking of which, let me tell y'all this story I heard. This man was in his 50s. Never been married, don't have no kids. This lady was in her 30s somewhere. They ended up meeting, and this man had his own business, doing well for himself. I believe they was living in a nice house. I mean, a nice house. I would almost say a mansion. But the girl, I guess I don't know what happened, but the man told the girl, I ain't trying to have no kids. I don't want to have no kids. That went in that ear and out the other. That girl went and got herself taken care of so she can have a baby. Because you know, she's living in this house with this man in this lavish lifestyle. But just being his lover was not good enough for her. It's like, well, if I get a baby from him, maybe he'll marry me. But the man told you he don't want no babies. And, you know, they say men are dumb, but I think women are crazy. If a man say, I don't want no kids, why are you going to get yourself fixed so you can have some? But anyway, this woman got herself together and she got pregnant by this guy. He was so upset with her that he said, it's like, I don't want you. I don't want no kids. So he left her alone. So now she got to move out this lavish house. You better be careful when you move folks in your house. When you kick somebody out your house, the first thing you need to do is change all the locks. So this woman was said to herself, and the guy, and so the girl, let me back up a little bit. So the guy was talking to his family, and his family was saying, look, you don't have no kids. This woman is having your baby. At least being in a child's life since you don't have no kids. So the guy wanted rights to visit the kid, you know, and everything. After the kid was born and everything like that, went down to the hospital, saw the kid born and everything like that. And so he was like, okay, well, he wasn't going to marry the lady. He just wanted rights to see the woman, to see his child. And the lady was like, I'm not coming to you by myself with this kid. I'm a package deal. If you want the package, you gotta have me too. So in sense, he was not having that because she had the key. She went to that man's house and killed him. In the garage. They didn't find out the man. I think he was dead 12 days before anybody found him. So now he dead. She in prison. And the mama got to take care of the kid. Man, you don't know what's living in these houses. Y'all need, oh goodness. Killed that man. If I can't have, if I come as a package deal. You want my package, you gotta have me, you gotta take me in too. And because he wasn't having it, she killed that man. Yeah, I think people are crazy. I really do. All that arguing and fussing over what? It's just like this man told me one time. He said, I don't want to be with you no more. I said, okay. See you later. He said, just like that. I not going to argue. I ain't going to fuss and fight with no man. You don't want to be with me. Look, you done played your game. You done already told me what you going to do. Now you doing it. I mean, I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna huff and puff. Man, you only one man. Come on here. Hallelujah. I felt like speaking in tongues. You only one man. All these men out here. Come on now. I said, well, Nina, you've never look, I've been in love 3 times. 3 times. Does that mean I'm gonna get a 4th one? The devil is a lie. Do with that. But anyway, I mean, it's too many people in the world to give up on a life of happiness. Life is too short to be miserable. People 60, 70, and 80 years old, and they are miserable. Honey, we either gonna work it out or we ain't gonna be together. I don't believe people should be miserable like that. But a lot of the miserable people out here, once they tell their story, I'd be like, you need to look in the mirror because you caused that. We need to stop looking at ourselves being so wonderful. Oh, goodness. But anyway. But I just want to say, sometimes, we need to back up. Sometimes we to blame. We the reason why. We mad at our spouses because, see, that spouse, that person you marry, they're going to be them. They know how they are. You just don't. And you're going to be you. But because you or we don't get all the information that we need, we marry people and we regret the fact that we are. It's just like I said about my first fiance. We at the lunchroom table. He fussing. Dog man. Now she paying me some attention. I was sitting there eating my lunch. Said, I don't care how you fuss. I'm going to marry you anyway. Now, how stupid is that? But I'm so glad it kept coming to me not to marry that man. Ooh, I'm so glad. One of the best decisions I've ever made was not to marry that man. But people, instead of making emotional decisions, you just do it for me. Ooh. Baby, y'all be better off shutting all that down and think clearly. You need to think clearly. You need to think clearly. Don't marry folks on an emotional ride. Because once that emotional ride settles down, you're going to wish to God you didn't do that. Then you're going to be married. Then you're going to be married and miserable. And just like that man, told them people at the marriage boot camp, there ain't nothing you can tell me or say to me or show me to do that will make me want that woman. She was wrong for that. She was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong for what she did. Yes, she was wrong. But at the same time, he took her word for it, or whatever she said. You don't believe, man? I let people talk, and I be like, all right, Lord, what about this? What are they saying that's not true? Yeah, girl, I'll rock your world. And you can only go down the side. Come on here. But anyway, but I want people to really just think about it. You know, you don't want to get into a marriage and it's for the rest of your life, and then you are miserable for the rest of your life. Think it over. Get all the information you can. Marriage can be a beautiful thing if you do it right with the right person. And when somebody telling you, think about why they're telling you what they're telling you. There's a reason why they're telling you what they're telling you. They want to, for one thing, they want to save you the grief. But you too infatuated. Let all that infatuation go. Think clearly. In the end, you'll be glad you did. Peace.